Ma'am, are you smoking?
I'm a little upset right now. I'm sorry. I put it
Ma'am,
out.
you are in court.
I
No,
put it
you're in
out.
court.
I
You
put
are
it
in
out.
court. You do not smoke when you're in court. I'm removing you from these proceedings. Absolutely not. Is that happening? No way. Is there a reason, sir, why you're dressed as though you're just going to the gym?
No, man, this is the attire I have. I don't have no dress clothes on.
Well, sir, there's ways that you can still appear appropriate and even grab something from the thrift store or something. I'm not sure. But why do you have your child here with you, sir? Is that your child that's with you? Isn't there a little girl that's with you or a little?
Yes, my daughter.
Right. Why do you have her here in court?
That's my wife came with me today, ma'am.
Okay, well, I'm going to have your daughter stay outside. It's not appropriate for her to be inside here. How old is your daughter?
4.
4. Right, that's not appropriate for your daughter to be here. Ma'am, if you can take your child outside, please. All right, today's the date scheduled for sentencing in this matter on your client's plea to a guilty to, or no contest to aggravated assault. The assault and battery was dismissed by way of resolution between counsel. We have Mr. Cunningham present, and then we also have another individual, Ms. Hagerman, present as well on screen. Mr. Cunningham's in person, Ms. Hagerman is here on the screen. There was another individual named Ms. Hillier, but I don't believe that she's been present or that she's present. Counsel, did you have an opportunity to review the report and recommendation with your client?
Yes, we have, Your Honor. As to the recommendation, we did have an opportunity to go over that. As to his employment, Your Honor, as is indicated here, Mr. Mascai is presently earning on unemployment. The reason being is that he works landscaping and he is not scheduled to return to the landscaping job until the end of April. Seasonal, that's when they pick up. Other than that, Your Honor, also he is still helping, working out, but I won't say under the table because he's a barber. He doesn't work as a barber anymore, but he does pick up extra by doing family members, etc. Other than that, Your Honor, there are no additions, deletions, or corrections to be made. I do read this, going over the documents that were attached regarding request for restitution. Mr. Cunningham, I'm sorry, Mr. Documents that were presented appear to be, I'm just making part of this, something from the hospital or from an insurance company. I don't know if this was out-of-pocket expenses to the victim in this particular matter. But I've also spoken to Mr. Mascai and realized that he had no intention to harm Mr. Cunningham. This was a reaction, and that when he pushed him, he had no intention of causing any injury to him, though the plea obviously was to the aggravated no contest.
Okay, excuse me one moment. Sir, what did you think would happen when you pushed an individual?
Well, ma'am, he approached me, he's screaming and cussing.
No. Before we get to that, that's because there's something before that.
No, it was a push, like,
Stop.
get out my face.
Just one moment. Had you not pulled your vehicle over and gotten out of your vehicle, none of this would have even occurred.
Same for him.
So,
Fine.
no, it's not the same for him. He had pulled over to go to a yard sale or wherever he was going.
He ran me off the road, man.
Sir,
Okay, I'm just, okay.
what did you think would happen when you put your hands on someone to push them?
I don't know, man.
I don't know, it doesn't work in this court. What did you think would happen?
I was just trying to get him out of my space, man. That's it. I didn't intend on hurting him. I didn't intend on him falling. I didn't intend on none of that, man.
No, I hear that. That's why I'm asking, what did you think would happen when you pushed him?
That he was gonna get out my face. That's it, man.
Okay, You may continue, counsel.
I was just indicating he realized this was the wrong thing. And of course, the wrong thing was to even stop there. I agree with that. He understands that now. At the time, he clearly didn't and wanted to resolve what he believed,
But ma'am,
address, be quiet, and then you can talk a little all you want.
I would never stop. My daughter hit her head out the window, sir.
Okay? Then
I mean, that's all it was.
You had your daughter with you?
Yes, my daughter was in the backseat, ma'am. I had another, I had my.
Hold on. So I just heard you say to your attorney that your daughter hit her head off the window.
Yes, she was in a car seat. She banged
She was
her
in a
head.
car seat.
Yes.
If she was in a car seat, how did she hit her head on the window?
A 300 is a small compact car. Her car seat's tucked to the window. When he ran me off the road, ma'am, I hit the
Hold
curb.
on, sir.
I hit the curb.
What?
Her head
Hold
hit the
on,
window.
hold on. What type of car seat was your daughter in?
A full car seat, ma'am.
A full car seat,
Yes.
right? And the full car seat has the pieces of the
Yes.
headrest that go out.
Yes.
So your daughter wouldn't be able to hit her head on the window,
I'm sorry.
on the window.
It's a booster seat, ma'am.
Well, see, now that's something different. A booster seat's different from a car seat, a full car seat.
Right.
You just said it was a full car seat.
Right, a full upright booster seat. She's 5, she's turning 5 now. She's almost 5 at the end of this month, ma'am.
So she was 4
Yes,
when this happened.
yes.
Okay. So your daughter was with you.
Yes,
The victim pulls off down a certain street.
he pulls over. Cause they have been in front of the yard sale, ma'am. This is exactly what happened.
Well, when I read the report, it showed that he turned.
I turned off of 6th Street, ma'am. I live off of 6th in Hudson. So that's how this was happening. Picking on my daughter.
So stop, please stop talking. Mr. Cunningham was going to a yard sale on Goddard Road. Mr. Cunningham was going to make a left-hand turn off of Goddard onto Lindbergh. But the red passenger car drove by quickly. That's your car, correct, sir?
Yes,
Okay. So Mr. Cunningham pulled off of Goddard Road onto Lindbergh Street and parked at the corner of Lindbergh and Goddard. So when I say he turned, he pulled over to the yard sale. Because that's where the yard sale was. As he was standing outside of his vehicle, he heard a male yelling. Then he saw, whether it was you or not, then he saw the red passenger vehicle stopped a couple houses west from where he was and you were on Goddard Road. Right?
yes.
Okay.
But I had just made a left-hand turn off of 6th, and that's where the yard sale is. The
Sir?
yard sale is on Achilles.
Sir,
Okay, well, I can't speak.
my point is that Mr. Cunningham pulled off to go to the yard sale. You were on Goddard. You pulled over. After Mr. Cunningham turned, you pulled over because you were angry and upset.
But he was the one cussing.
Sir, I'm talking about you.
But I wasn't
You were angry and upset. You left your daughter in the car.
with my brother. He was there.
Sir,
Ma'am, I'm being,
you walked to the person that you were angry with.
no, he approached me. That's the thing. That's in my report. He approached me. He came to me cussing at me. When he got to my nose to nose with me, ma'am, I just pushed him back out of my,
Sir,
that's all I did, ma'am.
you're missing the entirety of my point.
Okay, I granted, but he wasn't going to the yard sale.
The
He
entirety
was
of
rocking up Goddard.
my point is that you never should have pulled over.
Okay, ma'am, I already admitted my faults. I admitted I'm wrong. Okay, I pushed him. I didn't mean to hurt him. I didn't have no intention to hurt him. I don't know him. It was a simple mistake, okay?
No, that's not a simple mistake. Pulling over to get out.
To check on my daughter. And that's all I was checking to see because she bumped her head. Now, listen, this is the God's honest truth. When I got home to check on my daughter.
Sir, you live right in the area. Then you should have just turned back around and went home to check on
Exactly
your
what I
daughter.
did. I didn't.
No, no.
Exactly what I did. I took her right back to her mother, ma'am. I turned right back. That's what I put in my report. I go, that's where they come to the house.
Okay, counsel, you may continue.
I mean, you're not even giving me a chance to speak like my side. Like it's just, I already admitted my faults, ma'am.
So what I'm hearing is I'm hearing a whole lot of excuses
Okay.
to justify your
Okay, since
behavior.
there was no contact with the vehicles, I think he could have kept going straight too, and I could have kept going straight. That's it. We both made a mistake, and he approached me, and I did the mistake about pushing him.
Great. All right, what about the lady whose house you threatened to burn down and
Oh,
kill?
I didn't threaten no houses to burn down, did anything. I've been on GPS tether for 6 months, ma'am. There ain't been no contact.
That was the same day.
My son goes to school at Wilson
Excuse me.
Middle School.
Excuse me.
I haven't been back there. I haven't been with no.
It was the same date of the offense.
Well, they're all recorded, ma'am. They're all recording me, okay? Anybody wants to be recorded, it was a simple mistake, ma'am. I didn't go back there. I haven't.
Okay, all right,
Your Honor, and he's
Please stop.
denying that he made those statements.
Right.
all right.
It's not part
So
of it.
counsel, you may continue as to the PSI or on behalf of your client.
We've had an opportunity to review the PSI, Your Honor. We're asking that the recommendation is 24 months probation. Other conditions which I know the court will place upon him. Appears to be a request for restitution in the amount of $34.27. As I've indicated, the only document that I received or saw was the a hospital. It's a claims submitted by Downriver PLLC to Henry Ford Wyndham Hospital. If there is restitution, clearly this is not the appropriate amount. It's being requested. Since it's not being requested by Mr. Cunningham. Other than that, Your Honor, we're asking for recommendations.
What I'm going to indicate is that even just reviewing the police report, right? Individual people that don't even know Mr. Cunningham, I don't know about Ms. Hagerman. Multiple people stated that your client rushed over to Mr. Cunningham.
I understand what the reports say, Your Honor.
All right, so I'm going to give Mr. Cunningham an opportunity to address the court as well as Ms. Hagerman.
Your Honor, as to Ms. Hagerman,
Counsel, I'm just going to find out who she is and what she has with this case. That's what I'm going to do first. Ms. Hagerman, can you please unmute and state and spell your first and last names for the record?
My name is Barbara Ann Hagerman, BARBARANNHAGERMAN.
All right. And so are you a named victim, ma'am, or are you here to observe?
I was actually in the car when all of this occurred. We were going to a yard sale down Goddard Road. There was
Hold on, ma'am. Hold on. My question was, are you a witness or are you a victim?
I'm a little bit of both because he threatened me at the yard sale, and I would like to make a request that he is to stay out of the city of Trenton where I live. I have a handicapped daughter that I cannot move around the house fast enough. She has no legs.
Ma'am, just one moment, please. Just one moment. Okay, I'll address that shortly. And so my question was because there was an individual at a property that that was alleged to have been threatened. So I was just checking to see what Ms. Hagerman's
So if you let me explain, I'll explain exactly how it happened.
Ma'am, I'm not, we're not doing that right now. That's not how this works right now. All
Okay.
right, we're here for I'm just giving you information about the procedure. We're here for sentencing. Mr. Mazguy has already pled no contest. Mr. Cunningham will have an opportunity because he is a named victim. Ma'am, are you smoking?
I'm a little upset right now. I'm sorry. I put it
Ma'am,
out.
you are in court.
I
No,
put it
you're in
out.
court. You
I
are
put it
in
out.
court. You do not smoke when you're in court. I'm removing you from these proceedings. Absolutely not. Is that happening? No way. Mr. Cunningham, you may step forward and you may address the court. All right. And sir, if you could please state and spell your first and last names for the record.
My name is Tracy Cunningham, TRACY Cunningham, CUNNINGHAM.
Very good. Thank you. Autumn, if in the event that Miss Hagerman zooms back in, she's not admitted in. All right, sir. And so you're the victim in this matter. And you've also submitted some restitution requests. But you do have the opportunity to address the court, and so you may proceed, sir.
I do. First of all, I'd like to thank the witnesses who were kind enough to take a picture that day. I was knocked out in the street. And I'd like to thank the detectives. I would like to thank Mr. Muhammad and the court advocate as well. And I'd like to thank Your Honor. The first time I got a chance to see you, you took the opportunity to read the case. That meant a lot to me. That during that first day, it was a minute and a half of silence that you actually took the time to read what really did happen. And I'd like to tell the court, I'm right-handed. And the brief situation, what you heard, I was knocked out a few feet from my car, and his was parked way down the road. So you already know when the police report happened, came to me. I never swore at anyone. I'm a retired school teacher, and the language he was using on the African-American that day, the only two phrases that were said to Mr. Manscall were, I'm not a fan of the N-word. And when he went off on that gentleman, all I said, I avoided the accident from his speed. He said he was right off the road. He was speeding. I hit the brakes and avoided that turn from Goddard to Lindbergh. I avoided it. And when he passed, I assumed he had passed. So I went and parked and was headed to the art sale. It was 5 or 6 steps from my truck. So how could I have gotten in his space? Because he was parked further down Goddard. He ran past, threatening them. You know, they called the police. He's going to blow their house up, using the N-word to the next couple gentlemen that was there. And then when he came to me, all I said was, we don't need that language. I'm not a fan of the N-word. I taught in Detroit. And I said, you were flying. You need to slow down. He punched and hit me in the chest. I fell back. My wrist, it was broken in 2 spots. I might have had extended therapy. My therapy is ongoing. I've only had 5 weeks physical therapy. This is 7 months and I'm still in therapy. My elbow is, I'm more worried about my elbow than the wrist that was fractured. I've maybe more issues with my elbow. Even though the incident happened in Wanda, and I apologize for my gal. We've been together 17 years. Her concern that day, even though I was hurt in the hospital, was his threat of blowing if the police were involved. We have a handicapped daughter. That's why she's nervous and upset. She's a double amputee and she's on dialysis. That's where she would wear today. We can't get, she's on dialysis 3 days a week.
Your gal or her daughter?
Her daughter. Her daughter.
Okay.
She's needs constant care. So even though you had mentioned Wanda, her concern was that Mr. Mesguy, I mean, he took the point to walk all the way around the block to me, to hit me and make that threat. She felt that if you can please include the city of Trenton, that's where we reside. People always mention Wanda when at your proceedings for him not, even though he said he's a landscaper, that he not return to Wanda. We reside in Trenton. If you would just include that, because she's just worried about not so much herself as that if she would be able to will. The gentleman's behavior that day is scary. To hit a 60-year-old man for no reason. I met him, didn't know him. I didn't get in anyone. I was walking to a yard sale. I didn't even know what he was going to do. I was happy I avoided his accident from speeding. And my only solace out of this, Your Honor, is well, football with the restitution. The attorney for Mr. Mesguy is incorrect. This was sent to me by my insurance company that they weren't going to pay. I can give it to you, the original. This is what they said they wouldn't pay. So that's the only thing I had to give the courts was my insurance, for whatever reason, said they were not going to pay it. He could call insurance line that was sent to my address. That was my emergency room visit that day that is not covered. I don't know if they consider road rage or it's auto. I don't know. All I know is I had medical coverage, ma'am. I submitted it and they sent that back to me saying they weren't covered. So I don't know what else I can provide the court that was sent to me. And my own solace, again, I'm thanking Your Honor, is the first day that you were questioning Mr. Mazgai and you were going through his record, and he kind of smugly said he's never been convicted of any crime, and you called out those words. I can now say to him, you are now convicted of a crime. And when he explains that to people, he can explain that he hit an elderly gentleman for no reason in a street, knocked me out, broke my wrist in 2 spots, and I'm still in treatment. 7 months later, I'm still in treatment. So I really leave everything else up to Your Honor. I've been impressed with you. You felt me sitting back there and understanding that even though I've been there, you acknowledged it. That meant so much to me and my family, and we thank you.
Okay, and thank you very much for coming in today, sir, as well, and for addressing the court as well. Other than the 3427, is there any other out-of-pocket expenses that
As
you
far as I know, my physical therapy's been paid,
Okay,
so it's ongoing. I have not received a bill for physical therapy.
okay. Okay, all right, thank you. I'm going to give that back to you as well, sir, so that you can retain that.
A copy was given to probation department.
Very good, thank you so much. Mr. Gopal, and you may have a seat, sir, that way, they
Sure.
you're good. Mr. Gopal, I'm a bit confused. When did your client move to, Wyandotte?
One PM safety. Right? My wife was like, she had an address or something like that.
I'm not asking about your fiance's address in Wyandotte.
I didn't have an address or something down there.
You said a few moments ago,
Be quiet, too.
stop interrupting me.
Oh my God.
You said a few moments ago, sir, that you were coming from Sixth and Goddard because that's where you live.
That's where I picked my daughter up from him that morning. And I dropped her right back off.
I'm pretty certain you said that's where you live.
Ma'am. That's where I live, ma'am.
Sir, your attorney has told you a number of times, don't talk when I'm talking. Because see the recording right there? That it can record one person at a time. Stop talking when I'm talking. You stated that's where you lived. You said, I live at Sixth and Goddard. That is what you said, did you not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But you don't live there.
No.
All right. So tell me about your 3 warrants that you have, sir, and what you're doing to resolve those.
Well, I have a traffic warrant in Detroit, but I'm on GPS tether right now, so that's just a matter of payment issues. And right now I owe a $325 payment for no registration till Lincoln Park. And that's all it is.
Well, why haven't you paid it, sir?
Man, that's what's been going on right now. And I'm on a fixed income right now. I'm making $312 every $312 a week right now. $612 every 2 weeks until work starts back up.
Sir, don't you think that you would make more money seeking employment during the off season than you do on unemployment?
Yes, but I'm going back to work, man. I'm going back to work. It's-
That's great, but then for 5 months, you're not working. You're receiving minimal income. So my question, sir, instead of waiting for unemployment to come and just collecting unemployment, it would seem that it would make a bit more sense for you to go get employment for even the 5 months that you're not working as opposed to collecting unemployment.
Well, that's a stipulation with unemployment. You gotta fill out applications every week. So I'm just waiting for a call, man. That's just what it is. You got a job search while you're on unemployment, so.
I understand that. And so you didn't get one at all. You didn't have anybody call you for an interview or otherwise. Okay,
I've only been on unemployment 4 weeks now.
okay. So, sir, these warrants are from June of 2025. And you've only been on unemployment for 4 weeks. So why didn't you take care of those back in June?
I went to jail for one of the matters, ma'am. And then I got out and I paid one to get my,
Which matter was that?
for the driving on with no proof of insurance. And then the other ticket was no registration, which that's what I owe right now for Lincoln Park, which is $340.
which is for disturbing the peace.
No, that did not dismiss.
No, it didn't, sir.
The disturbing the peace?
Sir, I'm looking at it right here. You have a conviction from September 26th of 2025 in Lincoln Park. And in fact, you have a warrant that was issued February 3rd of 2026 because you did not appear.
For a payment review, right?
I don't know what it was for. It says failure to appear. So let me just go through this in just one moment here. In 2025, sir, January of 2025, you have a conviction out of this court for disorderly conduct. All right, that was the charge. And you pled to disorderly conduct. And what was your sentence out of this court, sir? Did you have fines and costs or were you on probation?
Fine cost, man.
Okay. Then, sir, you have in September out of the city V course, you have another disorderly conduct.
That was disturbing the peace now.
Disorderly conduct, disturbing the peace. They're used actually disorderly hyphen disturbing the peace is what it's showing in the 25th District Court.
I'm looking at the PSI, I don't see that, but I'm not.
Yes, it is. It's on the first page under criminal history.
On the third page,
First page, on the first page of the PSI under criminal history.
I see, fail to obey. An 03.
Yes, go to the last one, 2025. That's Lincoln Park, disorderly.
I think it's
disturbing the-
926,
Right.
right, like that I see, but I also, I
Did
did
you
not
get the
see,
amended one? There was an amended one that was done that showed the wind out one.
no, I don't,
Okay, that was January 23rd. So what I see, sir, is this. This paints a picture for me. A picture of somebody that is continuing to be unable to control his emotions. You have a disorderly conduct in Wyandotte. Then you get one in the city of Ecorse, which is within the 25th District Court in Lincoln Park. That's why it's showing Lincoln Park. Then that's around the same time as you got the one in Lincoln Park. In fact, right before that is when Mr. Mazguy was victimized by you, sir. So what I see, sir, is an individual with escalating emotions that doesn't know how to control their emotions. That's what I see. You had zero reason to pull over. Zero. No reason to pull over whatsoever. And then not only did you pull over, you get out of your car and then you start walking up to Mr. Cunningham or to the area, wherever you intended to go. You put your hands on an individual with such force, sir, that he fell backwards, fractured his wrist, did something to his elbow, and was knocked unconscious. With one time that you touched him. With such force. That was what happened as a result of your actions. You could be mad that he pulled out in front of you, he turned in front of you, whatever it is, sir. You have the right to be angry about that, frustrated, whatever it is. You don't have the right to act upon that anger in the manner in which you acted. None. Counsel, I asked for the recommendation.
have indicated, Your Honor, the amount of restitution requested still doesn't show any out-of-pocket expenses to Mr. Cunningham. As such, until that is shown, restitution, I mean, who gets the restitution? Is my question. Is this a bill from the hospital?
It's a bill from his insurance. It's a statement from his insurance company that they did not cover that. So here's my question, counsel. if Mr. Mazguy doesn't have that money to pay out of pocket and he has to pay as he gets it from your client,
You mean,
I'm sorry, Mr. Cunningham, if he doesn't have the money to pay out of pocket and that one lump sum, then your proof of payment is not going to be there at all. So perhaps, and I don't know, maybe Mr. Cunningham has to wait until he's paid restitution by your client before he can pay that bill in full. I have no idea.
I understand that, Your Honor. This doesn't. And I just saw this, when it's attached. This appears to be. Claim was put for the hospital, and according to Mr. Mazdai's testimony, this is rejecting the claim. It's not
Mr. Cunningham said,
Mr. Cunningham.
yes.
I don't see where this document says that.
All right, so what I'm going to direct Mr. Cunningham to just get something from his insurance company indicating that he is the one that's responsible for that balance. There you go.
Yeah, once we get that, then we can figure out the exact amount.
Great. All right. Anything else?
Other than that, Your Honor, Mr. Mazdai has indicated that we're asking the recommendation be adopted.
Here's what this court's going to do. This court has serious concerns regarding Mr. Mazguy and the safety of this community, any community, quite frankly, because Mr. Mazguy, as he's even indicated, doesn't even know Mr. Cunningham, yet behaved in this incredulous behavior with somebody he didn't even know, with his 4-year-old daughter in the car. And it's also clear to this court that Mr. Mazguy's behaviors continue to escalate. And so Mr. Mazguy definitely needs some assistance in managing that anger. The court's going to note, after hearing from Mr. Mazguy, Mr. Goldpaw, Mr. Cunningham, that in review of the report, the recommendation, the police report, the criminal history of Mr. Mazguy, the court does find that there's reasonable grounds to depart from MCL 769.5. The court also finds the following sentence to be in the best interest of justice, to be reasonable and proportionate to the seriousness of the matter, taking into account the circumstances surrounding Mr. Mazguy. The court's going to order 180 days jail. The court's going to suspend 150. That means you're going to serve 30 days jail. The court's going to also indicate that upon your release from jail, you're going to be sentenced to 24 months probation. You're eligible for early discharge with a hearing. You're not to violate any criminal law of any unit of government. You're not to leave the state without the consent of the court. You are to report truthfully to your probation officer as often as your probation officer may require, in person, writing, or virtually. You are to notify your probation officer immediately of any change in address or employment status. You're not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this matter, Mr. Cunningham or Ms. Hillier. I'm also going to include Ms. Hagerman, as she was in the vehicle as well. That's phone contact, text message, email, social media, third party, anything of the like. You're not to go to any of their homes or places of employment. You're not to possess any weapons or firearms. Do you have any of those, sir? I can't hear you.
No.
You are to participate in a 12-week anger management class. The rehabilitative goal for that condition is so you can further have an understanding and some tools whereby you learn how to properly manage your emotions when you are in an upsetting situation. And then the court's going to order mandatory jail for any violations. Sir, you're looking at your charge, your conviction is for up to 1 year in jail. All right. I have now sentenced you to 180 days in jail. That's half of that term at this point. You will serve 30 of those days.
No.
This behavior is not tolerated at all.
Yeah. Can I ask a question?
What's that?
Can I have a little time so I can get this unemployment, a couple more checks for the van? Because I mean, I take care of the household. I'm the head of household. So And can I have a date to turn myself in for the 30 days, ma'am?
So, sir, here's the thing, right? I'm not giving you a couple weeks, so it's not gonna be a couple more paychecks. And if you're set to go back in April, that's next month, right?
Yeah, 'cause I'm on GPS tether, that's why I asked you, ma'am. I'm still on tether,
I understand that,
so
but sir, this 30 days is part of your punishment for the behavior.
Your Honor, would you give him 1 week?
No, not give him 1 week. The most I will give him is till Friday. That's it, March 27th.
And he will report to Wayne County Jail?
Yes, you're going to go over to probation. You're going to get all of your next steps is how you go and report to, from jail, sir. Yes, it finds a cost. The court's going to order a $1,000 fine per statute. It's up to $1,000, $100 screening assessment fee, $1,200 supervision oversight fee. That's 24 months at 50 months. I'm sorry, at $50 per month. If you are discharged early for probation, sir, then up to half of that, or then the part that you're not on probation anymore, sir, that portion would be waived. $300 for the cost of prosecution, crime victim assessment fee of $75, justice system assessment fee of $50. The court's going to order $3,427 in restitution upon the proof that Mr. Cunningham is responsible for that. So that's $2,725, then plus the restitution portion, that brings it to $6,100, approximately $6,152. You can set up that payment plan upon your release and return to work. Keep your hands out of your pockets, sir, please. Any questions?
Thank you.
That did indicate, you're eligible to request early discharge as long as all the following have occurred. You've completed at least half of your original term of probation. All probation reports have been completed. You've had at least, all probation conditions have been completed. You've had at least 3 months without any violations, and all monies have been either paid in full or you've made a good faith effort toward making full payment. Given that this is a large amount, sir, you just have to make sure you're making your payments monthly and timely and so forth.
Thank you.
Have a good day.